One mistake could cost you everything. Learn what every notary needs in place before something goes wrong. Welcome to this edition of Tuesday's Table Talk with Notary Know How. I am Dena Speeds.
And I'm Melissa Watts. Thank you for joining us on this very chilly January morning.
Yes, yes, Melissa, it is. There's one thing that can cost you thousands of dollars as a notary, and almost no one checks it. Today, we're going to show you how you can avoid steep fines and even jail time. Yes, I said jail time. This is so important that I urge you to please watch this video to the very end because
Mhm.
most notaries don't even realize that they are personally exposed until it's too late. What
Yeah,
are we talking about? Notary bonds and E&O insurance.
yeah. So before you click off of this video because you think insurance is boring and everything, let me be clear. It is boring. And face it, the truth of the matter is, we feel like that if we purchased a package deal from somebody when we first became a notary, or we renew every year or whatever, that this package deal, because it came with the training, the background check, the E&O insurance, and the bond, that we're compliant. But just because you're compliant does not mean you're covered.
This is so very true. And today, guys, we have a very special guest with us. Someone who specializes in selling not just insurance, but notary bonds and E&O insurance. She has worked in corporate America for over 30 years and is well aware of the value and protection that the right coverage can provide. She has received numerous awards for excellence in customer service. She is the owner and CEO of AAA Notary Resources and is the co-founder of Notary Know How. You got it.
Well,
I'm talking about our very own Melissa Watts.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for that elaborate yet amusing introduction. No, all kidding aside, I really am passionate about this, and I want you to be armed with the knowledge and the information that you need to make the right decision for your notary business so that you're not caught in this thing that Dina was talking about earlier regarding fines and jail time. And if you think that you're covered because you're compliant with state regulations, you might find out, like some other notaries have, the hard way and the expensive way, that you are not covered.
So, first off, Melissa, can you tell us what exactly is a notary bond?
Oh, well, yes, ma'am, I sure can. The surety bond for all notaries is a three-party agreement that simply states that the notary guarantees that the notary will perform all of their notarial duties with accuracy and in compliance with the law, as well as being without prejudice. And the bond further protects the consumer and the state from any loss resulting from an unlawful or unethical action on behalf of the notary. In other
So, when you,
words,
I'm sorry.
it, I know you're fine. In other words, it protects everybody else it protects the state and it protects consumer, but it does not protect the notary.
So, when you say that this is a three-party agreement, who are the three parties involved?
The three parties, I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier. The three parties are you, the notary, the state, and the bonding company.
Okay. So, exactly how does the bond work?
Okay. Basically, the bond is a promise on behalf of the notary from the bonding company that the notary will perform their duties accurately. And if someone suffers a financial loss, the injured party can make a claim again, or the state can make a claim against your bond. And if that happens, the bond will cover it. However, keep in mind that the notary has to pay back every single dollar to the bonding company in full. So
Wow.
I said earlier that, and I want you to just hear it real good, and we'll say it again. The bond protects everybody else other than you.
Wow. That is so important. And I didn't even know that myself until the first time I went through this teaching.
Yeah.
So, this is why Notary Know How was founded in the first place, so that you, as notaries, can be fully educated as to what these laws are. I mean, really, you have to know the law in order to not violate it. How can you say that you are being a notary of integrity if you don't even know what the law says?
Yeah.
And you must fully understand the consequences of violating these laws. We have a free course on our website called Alabama Act 2023-548 that covers every line item, and I do mean every line item of the new
Yeah.
laws here in Alabama that went into effect on September the 1st, 2023. In addition, it clearly lays out the consequences for misdemeanors as well as felonies in regards to these new laws.
Yeah. And don't feel bad, Dina, about not knowing that until we started into this teaching. I didn't know it until I became an insurance agent.
Mhm.
Because, like I said, we trust these people that we purchase these package deals from, that because we're compliant, we're covered.
Right.
Keep in mind that being a notary is a not a side hustle. It is a profession, and it is your responsibility to know these laws and the consequences of those laws. And the course that we have online will walk you through that.
One thing I want to point out to our listeners is that we have referred to the recent changes and requirements for Alabama notaries. However, let me point out that every state is different, and there are a few states that do not require a bond at all. You can find your state's laws and regulations on the Secretary of State website for your state. In addition, if your state does not require a bond, it is still vitally important for you to carry E&O insurance.
Yes.
You can go to the bonds and insurance section on our website and click on a list of state specific requirements for Alabama. If you have any questions, please feel free to email Melissa at insurance@notaryknowhow.org.
Well, thank you. Yes, and I will try to respond to all of your questions as quickly as I possibly can. But moving on, I want to let you know that we're going to be talking about numerous cases that you can reference and look up online regarding um, claims made against notaries who were then found negligent in their duties, not unintentional in their notarizations. But the largest one that I know of regarding a claim that was made against a notary bond ended up with the notary being fined $250,000. She failed to properly identify the signer, and that document was used by the imposter to open numerous accounts and cost that state millions. Did her bond cover that? No. Did it help with her legal defense? Absolutely not. Did she have to pay back every single dollar of that $250,000? Yes, she did.
And not only that, Melissa, she lost her notary commission
Yeah,
and she can no longer work as a notary public for the rest of her life.
that's right.
So if the bond protects the state and the public, then what protects us notaries?
Good question. What protects the notary is your E&O insurance, or commonly referred to, and that is your errors and omissions insurance, of which there are two different types.
Can you explain what E&O insurance is, Melissa?
I thought you would never ask. No, seriously, E&O insurance provides financial and legal defense protection for the notary if you're ever sued, and it covers your legal defense in the event of an unintentional mistake. And I will reiterate that it does not cover negligence. It only covers if you are found having made an unintentional mistake. For example, if you get a date incorrect or forget a signature or put down an incorrect venue. Those are just three examples. There's many others, but that keep in mind, negligence is where you fail to properly identify the signer, their willingness to sign, and their competence to sign a document, among other things. I mean, use your judgment, but negligence is not covered.
Okay. All right. So then what are the two types of E&O insurance, and do I need to have both of them?
Okay, the first one is what we call regular or basic errors and omissions insurance. And that is, like I said before, it covers like the legal aspect of things, your defense attorney. It covers any settlements or any judgments that might come against you. However, it does not cover negligence, only unintentional um, mistakes.
Okay. Can you give us an example of this?
Yeah, the most famous case, we talk about this all the time, is the case with FedEx. It's also why FedEx no longer provides notarizations at any of their locations across the country. A notary left their stamp in their journal sitting out. And it was kind of common practice that if Joe was not there that day, or if he had gone to lunch or he was off or whatever the case may be, that if Joe wasn't there to provide good customer service, these employees would go get Joe's stamp and journal and notarize the document signing his name. And that lawsuit drug out for a number of years and ended up costing FedEx millions of dollars. So
Mm-mm.
FedEx no longer provides notarizations.
I was just thinking, Melissa, if we ever have a notary know-how conference, I
Yeah.
so want to sell some t-shirts that say, "Don't be like Joe."
Exactly, exactly. Great idea. We need to write that down.
Bad job, Joe. Bad job. So how
Yep.
much insurance is recommended for general notarial work? And how do you know if the coverage that you have is adequate?
That depends on how you have structured your notary business. Are you going to be just doing general notarial work, or are you doing notary work for an office and you have a specific notarial duty that you perform regularly or daily for a corporation that you work for? First of all, $25,000 is the minimum amount that I would recommend for anybody. And secondly, I want to tell you, you need to read, read, read. And now that we've been talking about all of this, it is a good time for you to pull out your E&O insurance policy, good time to pull out that bond, go through it. If you're not sure what you're looking at, if you're not sure you're covered for what your business model is focused on, give me a call, send me an email, and we'll go through it and make sure that you're covered properly.
A little bit ago, you referenced another type of insurance.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
the other type of insurance you were talking about?
Okay, the second type, I'm glad you brought that up. The second type is notary loan signing insurance. If you are a notary loan signing agent, you already understand what I'm getting ready to say. If you are not a loan signing agent, now is a good time to get a clear picture of some of the responsibilities of a notary loan signing agent. Not every document in a loan signing package that you're sent requires a notarization. However, you as the notary are still required to execute those documents properly.
That's right, Melissa. And let me give you an
Yeah.
example of this. So I have a loan
Okay.
signing scheduled for 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. I went
Uh-huh.
ahead and printed the documents earlier so I could be a good notary and get ahead of the game,
There you
start
go.
getting my what I can pre-fill in my notary journal filled out, marking down the state we're in, the county we're in, putting my commission expiration date on there, things that can save you a lot of time before you get to that loan signing. But I
Yeah.
had a package that was about 151 pages long. Okay. It
Hmm.
required, I'm just guesstimating here, about 60 signatures. but
Yeah,
only 15 of those documents had to be notarized.
right. So only if you only have E&O insurance, only those 16 pages that were notarized are you covered for. So the other 45 pages that still required a signature, your regular E&O insurance will not cover. However,
Mhm.
loan signing agent insurance will. And notaries that don't understand insurance often end up taking risks that they really should not.
Isn't it true that some signing agencies will not even hire you if you do not carry
Yeah.
notary loan signing insurance?
Yeah, that is a great point. I mean, there are a lot of loan signing agencies that require now a minimum of $100,000 in notary loan signing E&O insurance. Um, but they're also, and the reason for that is because there's more and more fraud. So they're requiring more and more insurance. And if you're not sure, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll walk you through the process. We have various resources and a huge database that we can check for you and see how much a specific company might require.
Yes, and all of our contact information can be found in the comments section underneath this video. And also, I wanted to point out one more thing that I have noticed is that signing agencies are requiring more and more NSA, insurance
Yeah,
from the notary due to more and more real estate fraud. In other words, if an error was made intentionally from fraud or unintentionally, they're not going to foot the
yeah,
legal bill themselves. In the
exactly.
previous section, we talked about claims against your bond. Can an individual make a claim against your E&O insurance?
They can't make a claim against your E&O insurance, but you can be sued. At which point in time, your E&O insurance would cover your legal defense cost, your settlement, or any judgment arising from an unintentional error made while notarizing. And I keep emphasizing unintentional errors or unintentional mistakes because keep in mind that it will not cover something that you are found to have been negligent in. Keep in mind that insurance is not a backup plan, nor is it a catch-all. Your best protection is being knowledgeable. Your best protection is being consistent. Your best protection is being accurate. And most importantly, your approach to every single notarization needs to be approached with integrity.
Unless I could not agree with you more. Um, I do want to mention to you guys that we do have a chart on our website that shows the
Yeah,
cost of all of these insurance and bond products. Okay, so be sure and go to our website, notaryknowhow.org. I think it's /insurance. I will make sure I put the proper link in the comments section below this video. As always, we want to thank you for joining us on this edition of Tuesday Table Talk. Melissa, I
yeah.
want to thank you so much for bringing this very important information to us. While this particular
You're
topic
welcome.
can be a bit of a snore of a bore for some, and you
Hmm.
would rather know how to get more clients and make more money, if
Yes.
you don't protect yourself, all of that could be for nothing. Okay?
Yeah.
This topic is vitally important. And as your notary guardians, we want you to be educated and aware so that you are protected. Thank you
Yes.
for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with a notary friend that you care about. And until next time, wishing you notary blessings.
Stay warm, everybody.
We're not